This year's Forest View Christmas Blessing Project recipient is Hand to Hand Ministry based in Thailand. And they're specifically looking at starting something called the Garden to Market Project. And we're fortunate to have Margie Granger here with us. She is the founder of Hand to Hand. And Margie, it's great to have you.
Thank you.
So it's been a wild year. We saw you a year ago. You visited the people of Forest View. We all got to see you. And you haven't been able to get back to Thailand. Tell us a little bit about this past year.
So it's been a bit of a crazy year. So I'm happily stuck in Australia right now. I'm able to do most of my admin from here. I've been given a blessing of time where I can apply myself to more Thai study of reading and writing, spend time with my family, and God is growing my Thai leadership team in Thailand like never before. They're doing things they never imagined they'd do. So for us, it's actually been an incredible time of growth.
That's amazing. And how did this all lead to the Garden to Market project?
So basically when COVID happened, there were literally thousands of people overnight that had no jobs. And in Thailand, people just lived day to day. And so overnight, people had no jobs, they had no money, they had no food. And so we just began going out onto the street, feeding the people. And we realized that the job was so enormous that we just couldn't continue it forever. So we decided that we should start a garden to market project where we would train people on how to grow food, and they can learn that on our place where we have our housing. And once these people are growing food, they can either keep the food for their families or they can take it to the market and sell it. And whatever they get for at market, they get to keep that. They have to give a certain percentage back to hand to cover the cost. But until they're getting up to a reasonable amount of money, they get to keep all of the money. And then we just don't want to contain this project to a few small people. So ultimately, these 6 people will then have to go into 6 different slum areas and teach people in those areas how to grow their own food. So we're looking beyond just feeding people today, but how we can sustain this for longer periods of time.
Thanks for that explanation. I read something about a greenhouse. So what's the purpose behind the greenhouse portion of this?
So in Thailand, the sun is really, really hot, and we built several shade coverings over our gardens before, but they're just not strong enough for the winds and the monsoonal rain. So basically we need a greenhouse so that we can protect the delicate plants. We want to be able to grow things like tomatoes in there, Thai herbs and spices that are used commonly in cooking. And so these are some of the things that we'll be able to grow, take to market, feed the hungry, and also ultimately, if we can produce good quality herbs and spices, be able to sell them on to restaurants as well. So this is going to enable us to grow better quality produce and more of it.
I love hearing about this, and we love to hear what's happening at Hand to Hand. So thank you for taking the time to speak with us, and a message for the Forest View people. Forest View, thank you for helping raise money for the Christmas blessing. If you're going to donate through your regular channels, designating Christmas Blessing Hand to Hand Ministry. Have a great rest of your time in Australia, Margie. We miss you, and we look forward to your next update.
Thank you. God bless you all, and thank you. Merry Christmas.